Hey everybody, it's Hunter Valentine. I wanted to talk to you about a few things. Number one, now I've done this before and I'm going to do it again. Alright, when I was in Las Vegas working, doing security work, because I had my weight loss surgery, decided to go get some work. So I went to get a job, and one of the jobs that I got, we did security for the Ramada. Everyone knows the Ramada, right? Ramada Inns and such. Now in Las Vegas, there was one, I don't know if it's still there, behind the Imperial Palace. Now, while we were there, we're supposed to keep an eye out on things, because the area toward the back wasn't a real great area for the Ramada Inn, I'm sorry to say. So security guards were stationed all over the place just in case something happened. But the one thing they were using security guards for, which I didn't think you're supposed to, was for errands, to bring up towels and blankets and this. So basically we're pack mules, not security guards. And we asked, I said, we're supposed to be doing this as part of our contract. And they said, no, I don't believe so. Well, apparently the person that signed the contract there signed up the part that we will deliver stuff. I refused to deliver anything. I'm no one's pack mule. If I'm a security guard, I'm doing what a security guard is supposed to do. So when they went ahead one day and called me on the radio, said, "What do you need to do here?" I said, "I'm still waiting for backup over here." I said, "I got two guys fighting, and there's one other guy swinging at me. Where's my frickin' backup?" And then when they showed up, I clobbered the guy with the radio before they got there. They said they never received the call, which is BS. Because in Las Vegas, you can record anything as long as one side knows. And if I'm the one side, it can be recorded. So, with me, I still had my camcorders and stuff, and it was sitting up there, and I was recording myself while I'm standing there, because the camera, you can't see where it's at. I had a good battery, and I'd always recharge it, and luckily there was a plug there. So I was recording and stuff. This started happening, and I called it in, and it ended up going to a big hoo-ha, and it went to the Ramada saying, "We never received it." Our main office said, "We never received it." So I brought in a lawyer, because they were going to fire me, saying I'm not doing my job. Well, needless to say, I got a large settlement very quickly out of court from the Ramada and my job. And then they were told they couldn't fire me. But you know how that works. They look for a reason to fire you. I had the job for about 2 years, and then I moved on to a different job. But I received a large chunk of money, and when you're in Vegas, and you're single at the time, and with all the nudie bars and stuff, that money goes real quick. I wasn't much of a drinker, but money went real quick. I loved the pizza. There was a Boston Pizza down there by a bar, the Olympia Bar or Olympian Bar on Las Vegas Boulevard. It was great. They had wrestling events there that were not the women on women, but when they hosted WWE or WWF at the time events, we'd go watch them. But we would sit there, and then the girls would walk through, and it would tick us off. "We're trying to watch this. Do you mind?" No offense. I don't want to see women's nudity when I'm trying to enjoy a wrestling event. Afterwards, okay? Afterwards. So I understand the girls are trying to make money, but you don't interrupt stuff. I gave them $100 just to leave and have them leave out of there. I said, "Please, here's $100 for the girls. Let them split it. Tell them to stay out of here. They're blocking our wrestling event." That's what we're here for. We're drinking and watching wrestling. And I'm sorry, it sounds stupid, but that's what we're here for. The thing afterwards we go for, but not during a wrestling event. So the guy took it. I said, "No offense." I said, "If it comes out this way and they come in here again," I said, "you have about 50 people here in my group that are going to leave." I said, "That's everybody here. And they're all buying beers and everything else, and right afterwards they don't." They said they won't do it again. Sure enough, they did it again, and we walked out. So they called my cell phone trying to get us back. I found another place to go to. So they couldn't get anyone back on the events. They kept calling and calling. So finally they said, "Look, please come back in here, we'll give you each." I said, "We don't want that. We just want you guys to keep your word on stuff. If they're not going to, we don't want the girls to come in there while we're watching our stuff." I mean, because they're not coming in looking for food and stuff where the food is. They're walking dead between us here, and that's not where you walk. So we went back and tried it again. Yeah, it worked good for the first 2 events. The third event, the girls put a table there and started dancing. So we left out of there, went to another pizza place, we never came back. They lost out on a lot of money, and so did the girls, because the people I was coming in with at the time were crane operators and crane oilers, or gear oilers, I forgot their name are, but they made good money, especially during holidays and stuff. They made tons of money. And they're always good tippers and everything else. So that's what happens in Vegas when you're trying to work. Try to do your job, and someone's always trying to backstab you. Peace. I'm out of here.